these are very simple things, okay? Yeah. And the next one, I'm going to give you a few variations, okay? Fourth one. 0.1 times 2. Fifth one. 0.01 times 5. Sixth one. 0.001 times 3. Okay, so look at the answer here. Okay. Look at the answer here. 0.1 times 100. How do you do? How do you do?
You move the dot, right?
Yeah, Buddha.
Or you move the dot to the right.
Very good. Okay, you know how it works. You know that, right? This one you know. I'll tell you another way of doing it. 0.1 times 100 can be written as 10-2. Believe it or not. 10-2, right? Why 10-2 is 100, right? So now you can see positive 2 here, right? If it is positive 2, this decimal goes to where?
Right.
Huh?
No, left.
Yeah. If it is positive, it goes to left. So that means, so 0.1 was what you had. How many positions you go? 2 positions. 1, 2. So dot is here. So this position you don't have, you have a vacant position there. So you put 0. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Huh? It's right. It's wrong. Why I did this? Because I wanted to show you the wrong way. Okay? What is happening? 0.1 times 10-2. If you have that, this is positive. 0.1, this will go to right. 1, 2. So the dot is here. So you put 0 here. You erase this. So the answer would be 10. Okay, Buddha? Yeah. So when it comes to here, now we will use the same thing. Look, 0.01 times 10-2. Yeah? How many places to write? 2 places to write. So it's going to be, so this is going to be here, right? So answer would be 0, 1 dot. So that means it's just 1. Okay, you can see here. I had this dot here. I'm going to put this one here and here. So it's, the dot is here. So just 1. I forgot your name. Naveen? Huh?
Isa.
E?
Isa.
Isa, right?
Yeah, Isa.
What's your surname?
Navid.
Surname is Navid, right?
Yeah.
Can I call you Navid?
Yeah.
Because I know your dad, Navid. He was very famous in my school. I went to the same school in Sri Lanka. And he's senior.
Oh.
When he called me, he said like, I'm Navid Namas. Oh, that Navid Namas? Yeah, so. Okay. So now here, 0.001 times 10, 3. How many positions? 3, right? So if you go 3 positions, 1, 2, 3, just 1. Answer is 1. Okay, now do this one quick, and I'm going to bring you into a different territory after that. Write it down quickly and do that by yourself. I'm going to read this part.
So you have to write the.
Yeah, write the question and then give the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm showing you the shortcuts here, right? So you can use either. Yeah, all good. Write it fast. Speed is important. You can go very slowly, the way the school people are doing, right? When you are writing this stuff in the school, beautiful, this color, red color, blue color, black color, every color, right? And the ruler and everything very neat and tidy, right? But in this class, make sure that you do it fast, right? Because our training is little different, because I'm going to break their barrier. Okay? I'm going to make you smart, that's why. Okay? You understand? You know that better. I don't. Okay. Okay. Now, next down. 8. Okay. Okay, so while you are doing this, let me discuss this question. 0.1 times 2, what do you do? If you get a question like that, what do you do? Navi?
It's like 1 times 2.
Just blindly multiply, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you have something to do with 10 to the power something, so then you are changing the decimal point. Right? So there is a difference. Look at this, guys. There is a difference between 0.1 times 10, 10, 1. If you have 10, you can blindly put the dot here and the answer is 1 dot or 1. You can do that. Now we have to remember, you do it when you are playing with tens. If you are not playing with tens, just regular multiplication. Right? So it's like this. 2 times 1, so you can do it like this. 0.1 times 2. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 0, 0. How many decimal points are there? Put that there. That's how you do it. But remember, when you are playing with tens, you do it in this way. When you are playing with other numbers, you just blindly do the multiplication. Okay? So now when it comes to here, it's not a 10, right? Yeah? So you do 0.01 times 5. 5, 0, 0. How many decimals you have?
1.
No, 2, right? You just put this one here. So 0.05 is answer. So you understand these are very basic things, right? I'll tell you why these are important. You will see like hard stuff later, right? You will see. Believe me. Just hold your breath. Now this one, if you do that, you get 0.003. Now when it comes to here, see I'm making it a little harder now. 1 by 1. What about this one, guys? Netu? We are playing with tens, right? If you are playing with tens, move the decimal point. Yeah, no? Yeah. So this is moving to where?
Right.
Left.
Left.
Left. So what we will do? How many positions? 2 positions. So this should go 1 here, 2 here. So it should be 0 should come. Dot should come here. There should be another 0, and this 0 I'm going to put here. The 0 next to 5, and then 5. Okay. Any questions? Please ask. Okay. So 9th question I will put here. 0.02 square what is that? What did your sister told you when we show this to her? What did your sister told you when you showed this to her? She told you that she didn't learn this thing.
No, so I asked her before, you know, asked something, if you could help me with this, and then she was like, oh, we didn't learn this in year 6, and then she's like, oh, okay.
But I talked to her and she never learned it. But now she knows maybe it's just like, you know, obvious stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. You have any question? Okay.
Not good.
Okay, so this one, how do you do this? Naveen, you miss a lesson, right?
Yeah.
So I told them, if you have, okay, this is a revision for other people as well. If you have 10, 3, outside bracket 2, something like that, right? What is this, Naveen? Power. What is this one? Power. This is called power of a power, right? You power of a power. So if you have a power of a power, what you can do is you can simply multiply those together. So it's going to be 10, 6. Right? For example, if you have 10 minus 2 and minus maybe plus 3, then 10 minus 2 plus 3 is going to be minus 6, right? When you multiply that. Now, forget about tens. 2 minus 2 and minus 2. What is the answer? It's going to be 2. Yeah. Yeah, got it. Now here, when it comes to here, see, you can rewrite this one, 0.03 times 10 what?
Negative, I mean positive.
Positive 3. See? And then positive means you are moving to right. So that means how many positions? 3 positions. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 0. It's going to be 0, 0, 3, 0 dot. So ultimately this is going to be 30. Right? Yeah. Okay, try this one now. Ready? Now how do you do that?
You, if you move the, because it's a positive, you move the decimal point by 2.
No, Buddha, but still you are right. What you are thinking is right. But this power is not associated with 10. You can move it when tens are there. You don't have tens here, right? Right?
Yeah.
So that means what I'm saying, 200 times 10 minus 2. If you have this, you can move where? So the decimal point is here, right? So you can move this one to the left, right? Like that. But if you have instead 200 squared, these two are two different. Okay? So the answer to this one is 2. What is the answer to this one? This is nothing but 200 times 200, right? Yeah? Now learn how to play with this kind of stuff. I'll teach you. I'll teach you the trick. What is 200? Do you believe this? Yeah. What about this 200? Yeah. Then 2 times 2 is what?
4.
4. Then you have this 10 2 and this 10 2. What is this?
Have to have 4.
200? Oh wait, no, 400.
No, this box. I'm asking this box. 10 to the power 2 times 10 to the power 2.
200?
No. Okay. So, you have that. There you are. So, let's see. Index rules. First index rule, 10 2 times 10 3. If you have something like that, you are going to add these together. 10 5. Second rule, 10 3 divided by 10 2. 10 3 minus 2. It's going to be 10 1. Third rule, 10 2 3. Now this I taught you just before. That's going to be 10 6. This I taught you, right, just before. These two I taught last week. Right? So now can you understand what is this? 10 2 10 2. What is that?
You plus the 2.
Exactly. So that would be 4 times 10 4. Right? Now when you have 4 times 10 4, can you use this knowledge to give me the answer? Decimal point is moving to right. How many positions?
4.
Game over. So decimal point is here. You are moving 4 times. Blah 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 blah. So it's going to be 4 0 0 0. Decimal point goes here. Moving to here. 1 2 3 4. There is another 0. So answer would be 4 0 0 0 0. 40,000 is the answer. Any questions there? Any questions there, Bhutan? No. Now, go slow. Understanding this, please do this question. Can you see I am connecting all the concepts together? Yeah. Very much needed. Can you do this? Good. Okay, now let's see what magic we can do here. 0.2, look how I am doing it and follow my logic carefully. 0.02 means 0.02 times 0.02. Everybody knows it. Then, what is 0.02 guys? What is 0.02? Let me do that, just this one. 2 times 10 to the power minus 2. Believe it or not. This guy is this. Why? Because see, this one you are going to move 2 times left. You get that, right? So, this one again 2 times 10 to the power minus 2. Beautiful, right? Then 2 times 2 is 2 times 2 is 4. Then you write these together. 10 minus 2 times 10 minus 2. What is 10 minus 2, 10 minus 2, Bhuta?
You add the top. That is 4.
Exactly. 4 times 10 to the power minus 4. Right? Now if you want to give the answer in the decimal, what do? You move the decimal into, you move the decimal 4 places left, right? So it's going to be 0.0004. See, it was here, 1, 2, 3, 4 places moved. All good? You win? Okay. So you guys are equipped. So I'm going to finish this lesson in 5 to 10 minutes time. Then move to a different lesson. Because this lesson is done. After. 10th question. Okay, think about this one. Zero point 0.03 square times 10 4. Give me the answer. Use the basics, right? So do the same thing I did here. Math is a procedure, right? Just follow it. And when you are doing the questions, do it very fast. Right? Make sure that you do it very fast.
I don't really understand.
Just ask. Okay. Do one thing. Simplify this one the way I did here. Do that. Okay. Any question? Please ask if you have. No? Okay, let me do this one. Right? Yeah. This one, just this guy, okay? 0.03 square. That means 0.03 times 0.03. Basic. Then this guy I'm going to write 3 times 10 to the power minus 2. All good? Jesse, all good? Times this guy again I'm going to write 10 to the power minus 2. Now it all good?
Yep.
Then what I do, I can now directly say this is going to be 3 times 3 is 9. We'll use our experience a little bit now. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 to the power minus 2, 10 to the power minus 2 means powers are adding each other, right? So it's going to be 10 to the power what? Minus
4.
Game over. What magic is that? Game over. You know it, you know it. Right? Then, we didn't discuss this yet, yeah? Right? What you will do, we will copy this one, look at this. We will copy this one over here, like this. I'm just copying it simply. 10 4. I'm just simply copying it. Right? Now what we can do?
Times 10 negative 4 by 10 4.
Yeah, so that means what? That means again powers are
Combined.
combining. So when the powers are combining, 9 times 10 minus 4 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
What is minus 4 plus 4, guys?
Negative 8.
Minus 4 plus 4.
Oh.
10,000.
0.
Just
minus 4 plus 4, 10 to the power 0, right? And minus 4 plus 4. Yeah, 10 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is what? 1. Anything to the power 0, right? 10 to the power 0, 1, 2 to the power 0, 1. So it's going to be 1. So 9 times 1?
9.
9. Easy. But if you look at the question like that, oh my god. Like it's like, if you do it like, if you expand it, it's seemingly impossible, right? Now we have to, this is called learning, we have to learn the technique to do it very easily. Right? Okay, this question. 0.023 times 0.01, not 1, 0.001 minus 2. So now, just to tell you, like I'm going to record the class,
Yeah.
because why I'm recording is, so when you go home, if you want, you can see live what I did, so that if you miss something, so that you can see how I taught it, right? So that helps. So your name is Naveed or Naveen?
Maybe.
D.
Yes.
I used to call Naveen Nawaz for your dad.
Maybe.
N. Naveen. Back in those days, he was very famous. He was playing like dazzling shots. Like, okay, erase it. Yeah, maybe erase it. Let me know if I don't. But don't do that, Buddha. So I'm teaching you this technique so that you are not going to do this. Because this is so hectic, right? You understand why I'm doing that? 0.00. Yeah. So always work with 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power minus stuff. Can I take over? Oh. Okay, do it. Do it. Not yet. Come on. Good. Okay, so let's see this. I'm going to get this one first. Yeah. Here. 0.023. So that would be what? 0.032 is 2 times 10 to the power minus 2, 3. I'm going to put this one here. I'm just copying that. 0.02 I'm going to write in this way. Then what? Yeah.
So you put.
Okay, so I need to simplify this further. What? Can you see one here? I will use the first one. So power of a power, power of a power. So this is going to be multiplied with this is going to be multiplied with this. So it's going to be 2, 3 times 10 minus. Any question? Power of a power, power of a power. Index rule, right? Index rule. Any confusion? I'm explaining term by term here so that you connect the stuff accordingly. Easy, kya? That is it. Now I'm going to get this guy. That guy is 0.001 minus 2. What is that? This I'm going to write. 1 times 10�3 minus 2. Can you see that? This is this here. Now how do you check? How do you check? Is it 1 times 10�3 here?
No.
Huh? No? Why not?
3 times 2.
So then what it should be?
Negative 6. 1 times.
No,
10.
I'm asking whether this is correct.
Yeah.
No? I think you are not saying something. It should be minus 3.
Yeah.
I know you didn't see that. Okay, so this happens. So this should be minus 3, guys. Right? Why? How do you cross check? You put 1 here. Minus means you are bringing the decimal to the left, right? So decimal is here. 1, 2, 3. So you should get that. So in math, I'll tell you because you guys are beginners, right? You are not doing year 9, 10 BCE, right? Understand? One day, if I am here or not, one day you will do BCE. Okay? I'll give you one tip. When you do 9, 10 BCE, always when you do questions, suppose you are going from here to here, right? When you write this down, check this with the previous one. If you check it, you will see whether that makes sense or not. Then when you go down, check that with the immediately previous one. Okay? All good. So now what is this one now? 1 goes with this, minus 3 goes with this. So 1 times minus 2 times 10 to the power 6. 1 raised to the power minus 2 is what, guys? Jesse? 1 raised to the power minus 2 is what? 1 raised to the power minus 2 is what? 1 to the power, anything is 1. Right? That we have to know. 1, 0 is 1. 1, 2 is 1. 1, 1000 is 1. 1 minus 1000, 1.
Minus 100.
100. Human error. Right? So it's 1. So 1 minus 2 is 1. So this would be 1 times 10, 6. Feeling good? Now, the original question says this block multiplied with this block. So you have to put the multiplication over here. So ultimately, in between these two, you have to put the multiplication. So if I write properly, 2, 3 times 10 minus 6 times 1 times 10 6. Right? Yeah, got it? Follow step by step. Then what we did before? Similar things together, right? So I'm going to bring this one over here, 10 minus 6 over there. So I would write 2, 3, 1. Just copy pasting, right? Rearranging. I'm putting you there, right? So it's like that. Rearranging, we call it. What is 2 to the power 3, guys?
8.
8. 2 times 2 times 2, 8. 8 times 1?
8.
8. 10 to the power minus 6 times 10 to the power 6 is what? 8 times 10 to the power minus 6. Additive. Combine it. That's going to be 8 times 10 to the power 0. Answer is 8. Why? Because this is 1. Can you see that complicated one? Simplify it into that. Answer is 8. Right? But the question is humongous. When you are looking into this, did you ever realize the answer is 8?
No.
I mean, it was like very crazy, right? But do the math properly, everything will be alright. Okay, so if you want to do it, just write it down, and this is your final question from this topic. Okay, do that. So if you are done with this, please attempt this. This is your last question on this topic. I mean, just take one by one like this. This like that, and then do that. I'm going to leave this one here so that you can see what I did here. So if it is complicated, take this part over here, simplify. Take this part over here, simplify. Then combine.
I'm just asking.
You got the answer?
No, it's the answer. But like, even if we like did 200, we are like trying to simplify that, and like when we had a negative,
Negative minus 4. Yeah.
would it be like 2 times 10 to the power?
That way it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a neat trick. Yeah? Okay. Done?
If I'm doing it with this, does it have to be negative because it's all
So we'll do one thing. It's 200 to write minus 4. So write 200 as 2 times 10 to. And then
power
put the bracket, yeah, minus 4, and then do the procedure.
minus 2.
2 times 10 plus 2, right? let's take part by part. 200 minus 4. Then this one would be 2 times 10 to minus 4. Then you can see power 1 here. Power of a power. You are going to multiply this with this with that. So when you do that, you get 2 4 times 10 negative 8. Right? Game over. What about this one? 0.33. So that would be 3 times 10 minus 1. 3. Yep. How do you check? 10 minus 1 means this decimal goes 1 position left. So that. Now, same rule. You have 1 here. This goes with this. This goes with that. So it would be 3 times 10 minus 3. Right? Look how I'm doing it part by part. Then 5. 5 is just here. Nothing to do with that, right? Now, what is happening here is the multiplication. So you have to introduce the multiplication in between. So similarly, you introduce the multiplication in between, and then you bring this 5 just here. Right? So now you have to concentrate on this level. Then what I told you, numbers separately, 10 to the power stuff separately. So numbers first. 2 4 times. Then you have 3 times. Then you have 5 times. 10 minus 2.
8.
Sorry, 10 minus 8 times 10 minus. All good. Now what about this one? Combine. Powers are combining each other. So that would be 10 minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11. So it's going to be 10 minus 11. This should be 2 4 3 times 5. Now tell me what is 2 4 guys? 16. What is 3 guys? 27. 5 is 5, right? Now what would be the answer? 5 times 27 times 16. So it's going to be 16 times 27 times 5 times 10 to the power minus 12. So that would be the answer. So if you want, you can multiply this and get one single answer here and 10 to the power minus 11. Yeah.
I don't get how 2 times 4 works.
2 times 4? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. So ultimately 16. 3 into 3, same thing.
How the with the 2 at the top? How
with-
the minus 4 turned into 2 to the power 4?
Which one? Here?
Yeah.
Here? 2 minus 4 is minus 8, right?
And other 2.
Oh. You're right. Hello. Hello. Here you go. There. Hey. Rendu ready కనబడుతుంది హరి హరి కూడా Okay, yeah. So we did a mistake here, guys. He was right. 2 to the power 1 minus 4 is minus 4, right? We missed that minus. Yeah? So it is coming here. It is coming here. So then this is not that, right? So then this is not that. Okay? So now let's understand 2 to the power minus 4 is what? Write down a subtopic, negative power of a number. Five minus 2. If you see something like that, what to do, right? This can be written as 1 divided by 5. That's the rule. Example, 2 minus 4 can be written as 1 divided by 2 positive. So 1 divided by 2 positive 4 is going to be 16. Example is 1 divided by 16. 2 minus 3. So it's going to be 1 divided by 2, 3. It's going to be 1 divided by 8. 3 minus 3. It's going to be 1 divided by 3, 3. It's going to be 1 divided by 27. So similarly, this is going to be now 1 divided by 16 and 1 divided by 16 comes here. Very important, write it down. Later on, I'm going to generalize it with other variables and stuff. So this lesson is done, but more revision is needed, right? So I will be giving you some homework, you do it, and we discuss. Again, do it, discuss. So cumulatively, we will do questions so that we will keep our knowledge. Right? So yeah, we can't lose our knowledge, right? So we will keep it somehow, right? So we understood something, so we have to keep it now, right? It's very easy to lose, okay? Okay, so next topic is a different topic now. Write it down. Addition and subtraction of fractions. Addition and subtraction of fractions. Addition and subtraction of fractions. I have a question. You might have seen this, but you might, I don't know how you learned it, but look at this. 2 plus 3. This is so stupid, okay? Just look. 2 plus 3 is equal to. My next thing, 1 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 equal to. Do that first. You have to understand why I did this. I took the same number but in two different places, right? This is in the denominator, this is in the numerator. So do these questions at 10. First one is easy, grade 1 mark. Second one. Tell me the answer to the second one. It's a question, right?
It's supposed to be the other way.
Other way around means?
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. First one is easy, second one. What is the answer?
I think it's 2/5.
2/5. So I have answer. So this is 5, right? Answer to this one is 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. Any other answers? Yeah.
5, 6.
You have a different answer.
Yeah.
So you have a different answer. 5 divided by
6.
6. Any other answer? I don't know.
I got this. I got 5, 6 as well.
5, 6 as well. JC. 5, 6. Any reason? Brandon? Any reason? I need the reason.
Because he find the common denominator.
Why?
That's just how I learned.
That's how you learn.
That's how.
Okay. That's how you learn. Right? Right? I go with Navid. What's wrong with that? 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. What's wrong with that? He will ask me, hey, what's wrong with that? You explain me why. Right? Okay, you tell me.
First of all, you need the same denominator.
You guys are saying you need the same denominator, blah blah blah, and then I found the common denominator, blah blah blah, and I got the answer, right? But I'm asking simply why? Why not? Why can't you simply add those together like this? When I was in your age, my answer was this. The same question was asked from me. Maybe 20 years back. Not 20 years. 15 years back. Same question was asked. I gave this answer. I asked why. Why is not? These two numbers can't make me afraid, scared. One is one. I'm not afraid to one. Right? I simply add it. What's wrong with that? Okay, you guys now tell me. When I was a kid, I was with Navid. Exactly. Other people also told the question is different, was different, right? But other people said the same thing. But I'm asking why now? I'm asking. You will? That's a point. Just how it is? Just how it is? Huh? Okay. Now I'm going to break that. Right? So you learn this is how it is, right? Right? If you have something like that, take the common denominator, and if I ask why, that is how it is, right? I'm going to break it. Look. Be careful. Look at the board. You are simply adding those, right? Why are you adding it? My question is this. When you have something like that, 2 plus 3, 5. Understand logically. If I have that, why not 1 plus 1 is 2? I'm confused. I asked the same thing from my teacher. Hey, I'm confused. 2 plus 3 is 5, but when it comes here, 1 plus 1, 2. Why not? I said I'm confused. You explain me. Right? The reason is this. What is 2, guys? 2 divided by 1. 2 is 2 divided by 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2, right? 3 is 3 divided by 1. Right? Yeah? Look at the denominator. This is called denominator, this is numerator. Denominator, numerator, right? Look at the denominator. What happened? Are they same?
No,
That's the same, right? 1, 1.
they're the same.
That's why you can add. Teachers, even my teachers, they didn't teach me that. If the denominators are the same, like 1 and 1, then you get the common denominator here. Then you can add these together blindly. Example: 1 divided by 2 plus 3 divided by 2. What is the answer? Look at the pattern here. Denominators are the same, right?
Yep.
Denominators are the same, so you can blindly add it, right? 3 plus 1, 4, divide by 2. Answer is 2. You can do that. Now here, can you do that?
Yeah, you can, because if you have times 3 by 2.
Yes. So you can, but you have to do something, right? Yeah, you can. Right? So for this one, this answer is sort of wrong, right? So what we can do, you multiply this by 3. From this, you multiply this by 3. You multiply this by 2. You multiply this by 2. So answer would be 3 divided by 6 plus 2 divided by 6. Can you add now? See, denominator is the same. You add these together. 5 divided by 6. Easy? Right? Now I'm going to extend that knowledge into this. How much you are good? That one. 1 divided by A. Okay? A can be anything. Plus 1 divided by 2A. Tell me the answer. What is the meaning of 2A means? 2A girls?
2 times it.
2 times A. 2A means 2 times A. 2 TVs, that means 2 times TVs. Right? 2 this, 2 times this. Right? 2A means 2 times A. Right? Why? What happened? What did you do? Schooling. So what is the answer to that? Okay. Now denominators are not the same, right? To make it equal, this you have to multiply by 2. So 2A means 2 times A, right? So you do the same thing here. Then you write this one, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 divided by 2A, plus 1 divided by 2A. The answer would be, now you can add, 1 plus 1, 3, 3 divided by 2A. That's the answer. Any questions, guys? Good? Yeah? Okay, so question number 4. 1 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 8. Yeah.
2 plus A over 2A.
Okay. So here you can't add, you have to get the common denominator. You multiply this by this number, A. You do the same thing on top. You multiply this by 2, top by 2. Right? Then here you get 1 times A is A, divided by 2 times A is 2A, plus 1 times 2 is 2, divided by 2A. Now 2a common, a plus 2 here, divide by 2, that's the answer. Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying 2 is the answer?
A plus 2 divided by 2a is the answer. I have a question. Okay, look at this question. Okay? Even my VC students, they had some confusions in this concept. 2 plus 3, 2 plus a. Okay? 2 plus 3 is what?
5.
Why? Why it is 5? Because these are common things, right? Numbers, right? Numbers you can add. What about this one? 2 plus a. This is a number, this is a letter. Can you add a number to a letter?
No.
You can't. It's like this. You are going to add a donkey with a tiger. Donkey plus donkey, 2 donkeys, yeah? Tiger plus tiger, 2 tigers, yeah? Donkey plus tiger. God knows, right? Right? So likewise, you can't do that. Yeah? So this simple technique, even some easy students make mistakes. Okay, now look at this. 2x plus 3x. Now you tell me. This donkey is a very important concept, okay? 2x plus 3x, what is that? 5x, right? How do you think? 2 donkeys plus 3 donkeys. Easy, 5 donkeys. That's how you do. Right? When you are doing math, if you see 2a plus 3b, what will be the answer now?
5AB.
Eh?
5AB.
It's like 2 donkeys plus 3 tigers. Can you add?
It's 5
Yeah.
2 donkeys plus 5 tigers, 3 tigers. You can't add, right? So that means you say you can't. You can't means you can't simplify it. That would be the answer. Like here, see? Donkey plus a tiger or 2 tigers or something. 2 different things. You can't do it, you leave it. That's how you judge. Any question? No? Okay. 5. 1 divided by a plus 1 divided by 2a plus 1 divided by 3a. Give me the answer. It's written there, the same thing. Yeah. Man, what food you eat these days? What food you eat these days? 12 over 6a. Okay. Is it 12 over 6? Can you check? It's not 12 over 6. Look at my time. It should be 11 over 6. Now, when you have a question like that, you have to be smart. Right? Okay, so before that, do this question. 1 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 4. Do this question first. Then that helps you to do this question. You got 11. Okay, I will do this for you. This one over here, you take these two first. Right? Then you multiply this by 3, this by 3, this by 2, this by 2. So it's going to be 6 in the denominator. Numerator you get 3 plus 2, 5. Yeah? Then just copy this one here. Right? Then consider those two together. They are not common. You multiply this by 4, top by 4, here by 6, this by 6. Then you get 24 in the denominator. Top you have 20, 20 plus 6, 26. Right? So 26 divided by 24 is the same as 13 divided by 12, right? Similar fractions, right? Yeah. That's the answer. So now use the same procedure here. Any questions? No? Okay. Do me a favor. Take this one. Simplify it. So you need to get the common denominator, right? So you have 2a here, a here. So you multiply this by 2. You multiply this by 2. Yeah? Then you get 2a here. Then you get 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Any questions? Easy, right? Now, just copy this one over here. Plus 1 over 3. Just copy that. It's the same thing I'm doing, right? Same thing. Yeah, same procedure. Then, here, 2a, 3a, 2a, 3a. You multiply this by what? 3. You multiply this by 2. Now again check. If you multiply this by 3, because a is here, right? 3 times 2, 6, 6a, 6a. Oh, so it's going to be 6a, 9 plus 2 divided by 6a, and that's going to be 6a, top you have 11. So that's why I told you it should be 11 over 6a. Seventh question. Three over a, 1 over 2a, 2 over a. Simplify, right? 11 over
210.
correct answer. Yeah. Okay, look at this now. Again, you take these two, you multiply this by 2, you multiply this by 2, so it's going to be 2a here. Top you have 6 plus 1, 7, plus 2 divided by 2. I'm just going to copy that. Now you can see 2a here, 2 here, a here. So you need to multiply this by 2, top by 2. So it's going to be now 2a. You have 7 here, plus 2 times 2 is 4 here.
11.
And it should be 11 divided by 2. Very good. Not negative. Perfect. Easy. When we are in the rhythm, it's easy. Okay, 8. Now we'll do this one. 1 divided by 8. 1 divided by 2a. 2 divided by 8. 3 divided by 2a. Yeah, you can do that. If you are experienced enough, you can do it anyway, right? But this methodology suits for any. Huh? I know do it. Okay, that's it. 10 over 2. Yeah. Very good. So you take these two, you multiply this by 2, you multiply this by 2. So answer would be 2 plus 1, 3, 3 divided by 2a. Then there are 2, right? You just take them, multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2. You can say 2a here. 2, 2, 4, 4 plus 3, 7. This addition comes here, addition. Now 3 divided by 2a, 7 divided by 2a, denominators are equal, right? You can blindly add it now. If the denominators are equal, you can add it. 3 plus 7, 10, 2a. Is it hard?
No.
It's not hard. Math is not hard at all, I'm telling you. You might feel, I felt it like when I was a kid, math is the worst, right? I'll tell you how my mom fixed my math. Did I tell you that story?
Yeah.
Did I?
No.
When I was 10 years old, I was in grade 5. You guys are in grade 6, right? So maybe in your age.
I'm in grade
5, yeah. When I was 10 years old, anyhow, right? When I was 10 years old, we had this teachers' parent meeting. I was there. So I came with my mom, and the teacher was here. Then teacher told not me, my mom, I don't know what this man is doing. I was listening, okay? She said, I don't know what this man is doing. Right? I don't think this man can pass this exam. Because in grade 5, we had a scholarship exam, so that's how I went into his dad's school. I came to your dad's school from that scholarship. Right? Otherwise I was in a village. Right? I moved to Colombo because of that scholarship. Right? That's how I know your dad, because when I was in grade 6, your dad was playing to our the top level cricket team. And that name is very famous there. Still I remember. What happened? So, as your parents, my mom wants me to do that scholarship, right? So it was the math and English. My English was anyways poor. Okay, it was anyways poor, but I had some hope with math, right? So my mom knew it. So she wants me to accelerate in math because I can catch up the score from the math, not in English, right? Because she knew that to train this guy with English is impossible, right? But she saw something in math, right? At least. So 6 months, 7 months to the exam. Okay. So that interview, so teacher said, I don't think this guy will pass. I was here, my mom is here, teacher is here. Just teacher is telling to my mom, right? My mom got mad. She knew me, okay? She got mad not because of me, she got mad because the teacher told that story to my mom in front of me. And I got upset. Right? Since then, you don't believe, around 6 months, I can't exactly remember how long, around 6 months, my mom came home from work. So she's cooking, right? She's cooking, whatever she's doing. She set a rule. You have to bring that scholarship papers and the lessons and all the material here. So 6 to 8:30. Back to back, you have to do math in front of me. My mom is cooking here. There was a small table, like the dining table there. So I have to sit there. She was cooking, and I have to do the papers, whatever the material, right? So that was the set rule by my mom, right? 6 months, even without one single break, I did. Those days I did that because I was so scared to my mom. Otherwise, I hated. Right? What happened ultimately? I passed the exam. I went to Colombo, that school. Right? And it's like very massive school when you go there. And I learned there. And that training I got from my mom. I went to university. I went to USA for a scholarship for my masters. I did my PhD, my doctorate. And I came here. I became a doctor from US and then came here. I did all of those because of that turning point. My mom said that for me, right? Then I picked up, right? So that's a story. So since then I knew that this math is something bullshit. Everyone can do it, but it should be properly taught. Logically, we have to, of course, we have to dedicate. Of course, we have to dedicate. Should be properly taught. And if you don't understand anything, you have to ask and understand. That's it. Okie dokie. Any other questions? Before you leave, I will teach you one extra thing here. One extra thing. That will help me to teach you the next part of this lesson. Right? Write down the topic, square root of numbers. Say it again. Square root of numbers. Okay. You saw this one. You might have seen this one. 5 power half. 5 power half. There is a notation, a beautiful notation to this one, equal to 5 square root. This notation is about this power half. Yeah? Can I show you one beauty here? Okay, first of all, write it down. I'll show you one beauty here. If I write, look, everyone, if I write 10 half multiplied with 10 half. I'm not going to tell you anything. I just wrote this 10 half multiplied with 10 half. Use your basic knowledge, what I have taught you, right? I taught you a few things, right? Index laws 1, 2, 3, right? Use those basic knowledge and try to approach this question? 10 half times 10 half. Just tell me, you can clear.
100, 100 an hour.
Correct, but
100.
correct, but in a different way, can you approach that in different ways? Bases 10, 10, powers are?
Half.
Powers are? You told me that word.
Oh, yeah.
Combined. That's what you told me.
Yeah.
If the bases are equal, powers are? My term is additive. Last week also I discussed that, right? Powers are additive or combined. So 10, half plus half. What is half plus half, guys?
1.
1. So 10 to the power 1 is what, guys? 10. Okay. It's 10, okay? It's 10. Yeah? All good? So notation wise, how do you write this? 10 half is 10 square root. Please look at the board. 10 half is 10 square root. Times, I'm going to copy that here. 10 half again 10 square root. What would be the answer here? 10. Isn't it nice to remember? Now I'm going to have that as a structure and I'm going to modify it in this way. Mj square root, look at this board. Mj square root times Mj square root. What would be the answer, guys?
MJ.
Huh?
MJ.
MJ. MJ is my favorite. Michael Jackson. Square root of Michael Jackson times square root of him is, yeah, you Michael Jackson. But what I want to tell you, it doesn't matter what you have here. It doesn't matter what you have here. Right? So if they are repeatedly multiplying each other, the answer would be this. So look at the structure. So it's all about looking at the structure, understanding the structure, right? You can create math after. Any questions? So this is what I'm going to discuss next week. So I'm going to drag it to that destiny. Okay?
So, where is the difference of this?
Later. Yeah.
So for 5 to the power the half,
Yeah.
would that be like 2.5?
No. Oh, okay. We'll discuss that later, okay? So there is another common mistake students do. Yeah, we'll discuss that later, okay? So, okay, so we'll sort of see that. Okay, any questions, guys? Jesse, can you turn that off, please?